So they'll be calling you a radical. So I want to get a video up talking about my buddy caught a fish on the Columbia today, caught a Chinook, spring Chinook. Sent me the picture of it. You know, there's a lifetime fisherman up there, and he and I talked. Then Tim and Martin and I talked, and I'm like, do these people, I don't think people realize, number one, that salmon live in the ocean. This fish that you caught, it looks like a rainbow trout. It's 4 pounds on the Columbia. I don't think people realize this fish is 5 years old. It's been eating in the Pacific Ocean for 5 years. That fish should be 5, 6, 7 times that size. So we talk about the numbers that have collapsed epically. This catastrophe on the Chinook didn't start till 2016. They go to sea 5 years. 5 years they go to sea. So what? So something happened in 2011 because the steelhead started to collapse immediately. I cannot believe people are not going psycho on the Great Pacific Genocide and just really with their hair on fire. I cannot believe it. What is the matter with people? I don't get it. Why aren't they just screaming and going crazy about this? I don't get it. I mean, this is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Well collapse, salmon collapse. I mean, the Pacific Ocean's freaking in the death throes from hell. The greatest collapse to the Pacific Ocean in fucking history. The Great Pacific Genocide. They just are bewildered, they're alarmed, they're stumped, they're mystified, they're curious. I mean, what the hell? This is the biggest story on the planet by a million times. And no one seems to care. I mean, they just don't care. It's that simple. I mean, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind. They absolutely do not care. And I can't even wrap my mind around it. How everybody's in denial. My work has proven the culprit. It's the greatest outlier in human history. That's all they care about right there. The planes, boss. All they care about is the military-industrialized war machine. That's all they care about. So, I was going to shoot that video over there by the edge of the lake. The lake's right there. You can see it. But then I saw that old faded away octopus painted. So I'll post the picture of this salmon. He sent it to me. Look, I says, it looks like a rainbow trout. He says 4 pounds. 4 pounds, and it's already closed, by the way. They only left it open for a couple days. 4 pounds. We gotta get a better place to set this camera. No, I don't think we're gonna get a better. And we'll find somewhere. 4 pounds. 4 pounds. So, I don't think people realize these salmon live in the ocean, the Chinook, 40, 50. On the Kenai, 120 pounders. Very common to catch an 80, 90, 100 pounder. Not anymore. So, by number, you start clear up the Kenai, work all the way down, even above the Kenai. You know, the Nushkak, the Fraser, the mighty Columbia, where he caught this, the Rogue, the Shoots, Jedediah Smith, and the Klamath, who are right next to each other, who Jedediah Smith has no dams. You can tear all the dams that you want, all you want. It's not going to do anything. It's not. So, mystified, curious, stumped, alarmed. It's an important video because it's not just the collapse of the numbers of salmon, it's also the collapse of the size of the salmon. God, talk about a balance. You ain't gonna get that. Have to do that somewhere else. Here we go. So, this is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. In human history. Well, you got different pods of orcas, whales, joining together, hunting other whales. I mean, we're talking the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, bar none. This is bigger than Krakatoa. No one cares. Crab collapse, salmon collapse, all of it. Predicted by Kevin Blanch. Done the field work, did the typo. So they're going to tell you that starfish wiped out in 2012 and it was just wasting disease. Okay. They're going to tell you the salmon started to starve to death in the whales in 2012. It was just the blob. The blob. The blob is acidification. You know, you can use all the Latin words you want. My Uncle Argyle is pseudo de facto scientist. What caused the blob? What caused wasting disease? The blob, wasting disease, in symphony with each. The salmon collapsed exactly the same time. The triggers, the Great Drought, the fires in the trees, 2011. We absolutely, unarguably know because we have all this data. Kevin Blanch hypothesis that the Great Outlier and the Great Pacific Genocide happened in 2011. So we know there was a trigger. That's unarguable. A huge one. Gigantic Krakatoa style type. Did a meteor hit? No. 9 million exxon bodies? No. So we get 3 full core meltdowns, 8 spent fuel pools blown to hell. I don't know where the cores are. Well, I do. In the Pacific Ocean. I said it was a heat that did it. You don't think nuclear meltdowns are hot? Oh, they're hot. Hot, 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 hot. So, I'll post this picture. He caught this. It's the only one he's caught all season. He says he had another one on. Sea Lion got it. I said, well, I'm surprised they didn't shoot it. He says, oh, they tried. The patrol boat was out there trying to shoot it. That's their answer. And we're talking about orcas. You know, they'll eat seals. Oh, hell yeah, they'll eat seals. But show me the seals. They disappeared along to the same thing. 2011. Their number one choice of food is at the mouth of these rivers. That's why the southern pod is near the Columbia. You know, and they're starving to death. They're out of their domain. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Bar none. And scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're stumped. That's not science. In fact, that's fraud. That's asymmetric to science. Boy, did I name that right today. Boy, did I name it right. So the ocean looks like, don't it? You know how many brains an octopus has? Sure, they have brains in their legs. They live very young lives. They don't live very long lives, short lives. But they were always my favorite in PB. You know, San Diego. Boy, they collapsed. The entire ocean. Talk about take a fall. The thing that blows my mind is no one cares. So I'll post this picture. We talk about it's 97% collapse just since 2016. Again, which I predicted because Chinook salmon go to sea on average 5 years. The half pounders, which are steelhead, yes, steelhead. Well, they're trout or salmon. They don't live in rivers. They live in ice. They'll start to collapse immediately. Again, they did. You can go up and down all these rivers, and we're talking 90%. Well, when the phytoplankton goes, whales are photoplankton eat. All whales are, except for orcas. The grays. Look at the study. I'll post all the numbers again. You can deny my work all you want. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll do 2 of these. So, the size of these salmon, why they're even fishing is beyond me. I see the Alaskan. Everybody's bitching and moaning about quotas. Well, how can you fish when there's no fish? You're just going to fish them into extinction? There aren't hardly any left. Well, you should have been fighting Fukushima. That's what you should have been fighting. And you didn't. Oh, I did. You branded yourself in history, all you so-called biologists. All my work's being confirmed now, 100%. So, still won't say it. Plutonium. Stand tuned.